Hello there, singletons. It's Kay from Kay Loves Tarot. So then, you guys, I'm going to be doing an all signs singletons spreads for the whole month of January. So then, these are going out slightly late, but someone requested in one of my live chats that they would like to see some just single spreads. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's start with the romance angels then, you guys. Right then, I'm going to start with the water signs as I usually do. Let's start with Scorpio. Scorpio singletons. What was that? Just fell out. So Scorpio singletons, you got the wedding card. It's going to be an indication of a long-term commitment worth waiting for. One more for Scorpio. One more for Scorpio. Seriously, Scorpio, and this is for singletons, so I can't really read this as couples. For some of you, maybe with the honeymoon card, this is a holiday and there is water in this card, so it could be someone at a distance. It could be someone who is... I want to say this is more for you, Scorpio. This is waiting for your emotional waters to calm down a little bit. I know you guys can be very intense, very emotional, very upfront with that as well. I feel like it's just saying a long-term commitment is worth waiting for. Let's clarify this and see what this means for Scorpio singletons. Now, what's this wedding card about, Scorpio singletons? The Four of Swords in the reverse and the Five of Swords. It's to say, alright, some of you guys are feeling extremely on your own with this. There are still some nagging issues to figure out. There could be communication problems, there could be communication blockages. I want to say with the Five of Swords, there is no, it's a false victory. So for those that are wanting to rush into long-term commitments, it's not going to work that way. Hence why it says it's worth waiting for. Let's clarify it, find out what it is. So what's worth waiting for the Scorpios? What's worth waiting for the Scorpios? The Five of Cups. Don't cry over spilt milk. There's a relationship coming towards you guys. See that? Two of Cups still standing. You're crying over three spilt cups. See what I mean? Hierophant with commitment is coming towards you. And the Eight of Pentacles. This is about worth waiting for, because a lot of hard work and effort needs to come into manifesting a long-term commitment. Some of you could be with Taurus. But this is that to say, listen, there's a relationship coming towards you guys. Don't go crying over spilt milk. Don't go crying over the past. We've got something really nice coming towards you. It just can't manifest right now because there are external issues for some of you. Over the honeymoon card, I've got the Knight of Swords. So I think I was right at saying someone at a distance to you. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Again, it's just not the right time to get this off the ground for some Scorpios. The Nine of Swords in the reverse with the Moon. So what's hidden under the surface, what you're not seeing, is the fact that there are concerns there that you should be more worried about. And I do feel like it's internal for you guys. For a start, some of you could be over emotional with that honeymoon card. Some of you really do need to sort out communication blockages. What is a false victory? If something gets off the ground now, it will be a false victory. Why? Let's ask. Why have we got this Five of Swords here for Scorpio? Something you want to manifest. You've got all the right tools, well, you need all the right tools in order to manifest it, and I've got more earth energy there. Some of you could be with a Cancer as well, or an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and I've got earth here as well, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So this needs to go slow with the Knight of Pentacles. It's all about slow movement, not rushing things, actually sort of taking your time. Emotional waters need to calm down. In other words, the intenseness needs to calm down, not jumping the gun, etc, etc. You guys do need to sort of sort out any communication blockages as well before anything can take off the ground. And these are certain things that you should be concerned about that you're not. Okay, so again, you have to look deep under the surface of this situation or whatever you're going to be facing in the near future in terms of long-term commitment. But in all, Scorpio, that's exactly what I do see coming towards you guys, is a long-term commitment with someone who's probably at a distance to you or emotionally distant from you. So, moving on, let's check out Cancer. Cancer singles. What messages do you have for Cancer singles for January 2019? Cancer singles. Romantic feelings, Cancer. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Separation, not necessarily a breakup. If you guys are single, there won't be anyway, unless there's recently been one. But this is more about, the card says time apart from your partner's on the horizon. So this is about getting with someone again who could be at a distance to you. And it's not a breakup. It's like, do you see the card? Let me show you the image. It's he looks like he's leaving for battle and they're holding hands, you know, like she doesn't want him to go. So it's very bittersweet. And it does say feelings are real and worth exploring, Cancer. And look at that, worth waiting for. Let's clarify this for you guys. Cancer, what's this romantic feelings about for Cancer? The Eight of Cups in the reverse with the Lovers. Do not emotionally disconnect at the moment from someone who you don't think is going to work out. It may. The Lovers in that context is to sort of say, yes, it may. If romantic feelings are real, this could manifest to a very nice union between you two. Over the separation card, King of Swords. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Someone who's very verbal with what they want to do and where they want to go. This isn't someone who would hide anything from you. The Page of Swords in the reverse. Now, this could be a little bit of a stalkerish vibe going on. Either you keeping a close eye on them or them on you, even though there could be some distance in the way here. But again, this say let your guard down. In the upright, the Page of Swords is on guard. In the reverse, it's letting that guard down and actually sort of accepting the situation as it unfolds. And also accepting the fact that you're going to, there is a waiting period attached. So let's find out why. Queen of Swords in the reverse. This is cutting out bullshit. Yes, somebody may not be willing to communicate because of a lack of confidence at the moment, either usually within themselves. The Chariot is also about travel. Maybe this person needs to see you face to face in order to realise their feelings for you, or vice versa. One more on that Chariot. The King of Wands. Sorry, you guys, I've not got this in view at all. Let me move these round. So yeah, do you see that? With the King of Wands in the reverse, this can be verbal abuse and this can be a temperament flaring up because somebody is not talking. Somebody hasn't got the confidence to voice out what they need to say. Again, it's worth waiting for to correct this. I feel like in order to correct this, if you are not in contact with someone at the moment, but you want to be, you know the union's there, you've not emotionally disconnected, you've both maybe admitted you've got feelings for each other, but maybe the distance is in the way here, someone being honest about why, you know, but wanting to let their guard down, but not. Again, Cancer, this just sort of say, don't let your temper get in the way here. Seems like this is going to move ahead as you want it to eventually. I feel this is just going to take some patience with this person. You're dealing with someone who can't talk because they've got no confidence, either in this relationship because of the distance or in themselves because of their own internal attitude towards this or towards themselves. So I do feel like some of you are going to feel like you're drawing blood from a stone, but at the same time, seems like it's worth pursuing. It's just some of you are going to have to accept you're going to have to travel or ask them to travel if it's vice versa. Right, move on. Let's check out Pisces. So, Pisces. Sun, Moon and Rising. Pisces. Love for singles, love for Pisces. Please for January. Calling in a soulmate, Pisces. Past life relationship. One more for Pisces. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate is going to differ from your usual type and expectations. Let's clarify. Pisces for January 2019. Right, what's this calling in a soulmate about Pisces? The Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Not putting enough effort into deciding exactly what it is that you want in a partner, Pisces. That's pretty much what that is. Hanging on to bad habits from the past. Yeah, exactly. King of Wands in the reverse. Hanging on to bad habits and bad attitudes from the past. That definitely needs addressing in order for you to figure out exactly what it is that you want in a partner. What's this past life relationship about? 5 of Pentacles. So you are feeling shut off at the moment, hence why, if you're single watching this, which you should be, because this is for singletons. Acknowledging that you are on your own and probably feeling very lonely, I want to say. Someone that you've either known before or you're waiting on a soulmate to come in, but you are feeling extremely lonely at the moment. And there's the Hermit, another lonely card. Why is Pisces feeling lonely? Vulnerable as well, very lonely, very vulnerable. I'm wondering if someone that you've known before has maybe messed you around a little bit. I'm going to say you need to sort this out before this manifests. For some of you, you know exactly who this is and you have known them before. It's not been able to materialise because we've hung on to bad habits from the past. Whatever that means for you. And this person is more than likely going to come back into your life in some way, or you go back into their life in some way once this shit's been dealt with. This feeling lonely and vulnerable is not going to help manifest a relationship. You need to feel comfortable on your own. No, the High Priestess, your intuition's bang on at the minute, so if you're sensing a past life relationship is coming towards you, it probably is. But I've got a conflict card, the 5 of Wands. Some of you really are having some internal conflict with accepting where you're supposed to go next. What's this keep an open mind about? The Tower and the 10 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. For some of you, you really do want someone from the past to come back, but there is just too much aggro in the way. Someone's been stabbed in the back. A relationship's been built on a false foundation. 9 of Swords, we've got a lot of anxiety creeping up about this. You really do consider them your soulmate. But the problem is they've left you feeling very lonely. Maybe even when you were with them, you felt alone. And now you guys ain't together anymore. You just don't know how to pick up the pieces. Spirit's saying before we enter into any kind of a relationship with someone from your past or with someone new, you really do need to start feeling more content on your own and standing on your own 2 feet before materialising something with someone else or with them again. So, moving on, let's check out the earth signs. Let's start with Virgo. Virgo, what love message you have for Virgo for January 2019? Virgo. So, Virgo, you've got religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. I'm just going to turn this slightly around so that I've got all this in view. Alright then, Virgo. Flirt card, extend your light-hearted energy to others. And you also got past life relationship. So again, if you want, I feel the need to say for some of you, you're being divinely guided here on a spiritual path to someone that you've known in a previous life, which would be considered a soulmate connection. And with the flirt card, extend your light-hearted energy to others. This to sort of say, be kindly and, I don't know, flirt and be light-hearted to those around you, because you never know who you're going to bump into at this time, Virgo, which is interesting. So over this religious factors card, we've got the 7 of Swords. Over the flirt card, the 6 of Swords reversed. The past life relationship card, the 5 of Swords reversed. Let's put one more on each of those. So, religious factors. Why is it 7 of Swords on the religious factors? Strength. Having the pride, I want to say not to run away and bail. Some of you guys are going to be feeling like whoever you meet is probably just going to fuck you up again, like somebody else has probably done in the past. The Strength card, Virgo, is coming in to say, no, not everybody is going to do that to you, and you have to have strength to tame those insecurities from within. Yeah, alright, so you may have been very, very badly hurt by maybe even a Leo in the past, but for some of you, you really do need to get over that now, because you're being divinely guided. You're on a spiritual path towards a soulmate here, okay, and I feel like internal issues are just not going to help you at this time. What's this flirt card about for Virgo? The Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Again, with 6 of Swords in the reverse, this is like very dramatic times for you. Maybe it's just not the right time for a relationship. And Spirit's trying to say to you, look, if you want loyalty and commitment in your life, you've got to get out of dramatic situations. Nobody can offer that kind of loyalty to you if you are always stuck in dramatic situations with either your past or people around you in the now. The fruit is ready to harvest, Virgo, which means that Ace of Pentacles, it can't be given until you harvest, I want to say, security for yourself. And that could be a metaphor for all sorts. That could be security in terms of money and finances. Maybe you have to focus on work first before relationships can take off. For others of you, this is if you've dealt with someone who's been disloyal in the past and there's insecurities because of that, you really do need to learn to trust again. Is the key, I think, there. A lot of you really need to learn to trust again. What's this past life relationship about? The Tower. Something is worth the fight, but if you're not careful, it can end up being built on a very rocky, false foundation. I've got lies cropping up here, okay, with an air sign, and the Fool, risky behaviour with an air sign. An air sign who is very, I want to say literally foolish. Empress in the reverse. You are headed towards someone here who is not exactly going to be a good match for you because you're not attracting the right kind of people. Because of the insecurity, you're going to get a lot of douchebags here that are going to take advantage of that. So I'll kind of want to say, if you kind of meet someone who on the surface looks very nice, try not to trust them wholeheartedly yet. I kind of want to say you do need to learn to trust, but you need to learn to trust the right kind of people. You know about the law of attraction, like attracts like. If you're in a shitty place, feeling vulnerable and just want someone there for the sake of it, you're going to come across people who are just going to take advantage of you, Virgo. If you actually start building some pride within yourself and actually self-respect more than anything, you're going to attract like-minded people who won't do that to you. I do feel for January, though, you do have someone a little bit sneaky coming towards you that you do need to be careful of. I feel the need to say, don't trust this person straight away. Let them prove that they are a dipshit first. And keep your pride up when it comes to this person. Don't let them steal your fun. Don't let them steal your pride. I don't know why I'm saying that. That'll make sense for some Virgos out there. Right, moving on. Let's check out Taurus. So, let's see. Taurus singles for January. That does not want to go back in. Alright. Taurus singles for January 2019. Taurus singles for January 2019. Taurus, you've got religious factors as well. On a divinely guided path. Healing family issues. Maybe not necessarily family. It could just be healing issues. And then engagement. Love life ascending to a high level of commitment. Let's clarify this a bit better for you, Taurus. Right, Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising. Clarification on single spread for Taurus. Right, what's this religious factors about for Taurus? The Eight of Cups in the reverse. Okay. And the High Priestess in the reverse. Okay, you're not detaching here from someone, and it's for a reason. I feel like with the High Priest... Sorry, you guys. Just bear with me. My son's messing around on his phone and I can hear it. Right, so some of you guys who you may have been, I want to say, divinely guided to, spiritually guided, don't forget we're talking about spiritual path here. Don't get me wrong, there could be religious factors in play, but I'm sticking with the spiritual path on this one for the sheer fact I've got the High Priestess. Just 1 minute. Charlie, all I can hear is that phone. said, this is a spiritual path, and it's somebody who you may have been drawn to, or it's a spiritual path that you are on, and you're struggling to emotionally disconnect from this, and you may not know why. I feel with the high priestess in the reverse, this is like you're not using your intuition. For some of you, the answer is really clear as to why you're not disconnecting emotionally from someone here. And the answers are right there in front of you, I want to say, with the high priestess, but you're just not tapping into that intuition. The Three of Swords. Some of you, we've got this three-way situation going on. I'm wondering if you're either dealing with someone who has either cheated. This is, by the way, I'm looking at a breakup. I'm just going to say that because I'm reading singletons. So there's either someone in the past who has cheated, but you're struggling to disconnect from them emotionally and you can't figure out why. Or this could be on the vice versa, especially for the cross watchers. You may be involved in a third party situation, or should I say you may have created a third party situation, but you're not willing to disconnect from either one, and you're not sure why. I think the high priestess is to say, listen, this may not have been a part of your spiritual journey or spiritual path in terms of love, and this probably will feel like veering off path or getting confused about which way you need to turn. And the high priestess is there just to remind you to tap into your intuition to figure that out. The answers are within. What's this healing family issues about? So I've got the Two of Wands. For some of you, you've got 1 foot in the past and 1 foot in the now. Which way are you going to go, Taurus? The Ten of Cups and the Six of Wands. Pay attention to happiness. So, especially to see healing family issues, we could be looking at a broken family. And this is to sort of say, no more of this indecisiveness. You need to make a decision for your emotional content. I want to say paying more attention to what makes you happy. That's what that is. Paying more attention to what makes you happy. Going within to figure this out. Maybe a period of healing issues is needed in order for you to figure this out. Healing issues from your past. So that you can veer more towards what makes you happy. Right, that just fell out. And the Ace of Cups. So I've got new love here, probably with a water sign. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. And this is love life ascending to a high level of commitment. Seems like you guys don't want to be on your own. Nine of Pentacles is in the reverse. You guys don't want to be on your own in January. You may not be talking to this person. Or you may not have met this person. Or by the time you do meet this person, you may not want to communicate with them. You're probably waiting for the opportune moment here. Maybe, you know, the Queen of Swords, she does cut out the bullshit. So maybe this is someone where there has been a little bit of bullshit going on. But whichever way you look at it, this is like, how can I put it? It's like the Ace of Cups, that initial feeling of falling in love. And the King of Cups is that unconditional love. Actually loving someone unconditionally. And when I say unconditional, that means flaws and all. You know what I mean? It seems like your cup here is overflowing, Taurus, with someone where there may not be much communication going on. But again, I said the Wheel of Fortune comes into play to say, eventually you're going to veer to what makes you happy. You just need to decide which way you're going to go, towards the future or towards the past. Right, moving on, let's check out Capricorn. So, right then, Capricorn. Sun, Moon and Rising, Capricorn. What message have Capricorn singles for January 2019? Make the effort, Capricorn. Great love is worth taking the steps you guided to take, and it's worth waiting for. Yeah, baby, yeah. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Capricorn. You're meeting someone. In January, or making the effort to put yourself out there to make yourself attractive to someone. You may be attracted to someone that you meet in January and want to make the effort with them, and it's worth waiting for. Let's find out what this is about. So that make the effort justice. It's going to go in your favour if you put some effort into this. The Five of Swords. Now this does indicate a false victory. Let me see why that's there. The High Priestess. Use your intuition. If something's not going or taking off as much as you would like it to, despite how much effort you're putting into it, you've got to look to your intuition to see why. Are you rushing this? Are you rushing this? Look to see why. It's worth waiting for, so don't rush it. If things come down to a halt, it's for a reason. There's no instability. Just at the point where you want to give up waiting around is the point that you should really consider hanging on. If something doesn't move along the way you wanted it to, it's for a reason, because someone's trying to rush it. Don't bail out, it's saying. The attraction card, stand your ground. There's no need to take any sort of risky behaviour with this, okay? Because the last thing you want to do is rock a boat here. So with the Two of Wands in the reverse and the Three of Cups in the reverse, this is actually sort of going back a step. Taking things back a level to fully decide exactly which way you want to go with this. Because if you give up on this too easily, you're going to regret it. That's what they're saying there, Capricorn. One more on that attraction card. You've got to lay some internal mental shit to rest. You know, to see the Four and the Five of Swords. Swords are all about how you communicate and what goes on in your head. If you don't feel like communication is flowing the way that you want it to, again, this is about pulling back. This will go in your favour, but you cannot be rushing this. This is very new. This is more about making effort to put yourself out there. Something is worth waiting for. Again, there's just no need to rush this. If we start to rush, it's going to head for a very direct halt here. Okay, Capricorn. Moving on, let's do air signs next. So let's do Libra. Libra. Sun, Moon and Rising Libra for January. Singleton's messages for Libra. So, Libra, past life relationship, you've known each other before. Separation, you may be separated from someone at the moment. True love. So, for some of you, and don't forget these are for singles, but for some, you may be a married couple that's separated, but otherwise, it's for singles. So, this has been maybe at a distance, maybe you've already, just say you've known each other before, maybe you've already come in contact with your soulmate or your true love, but for whatever reason it couldn't take off at the time. This is sort of say, this is the romance of a lifetime. I'm wondering if it's going to be coming back around for you guys again. Let's see, Libra. So, what's this past life relationship about? The Empress. Someone who makes you feel abundant, happy, sexy. I like it. Justice on top, 2 major arcana. Brilliant. It's going to go in your favour at some point. Why do we have this separation here for Libra? 9 of Cups. And the Devil. Someone's ego got in the way. That's why this couldn't go any further. Someone was all selfish, me. A bit of a show-off even. Had you a little bit anxious about this person. Maybe they were a little bit of a, I want to say, fickle, a little bit fickle at times. Didn't really put anyone else before themselves. Didn't know how to. They had a bit of growing up to do. True love, 4 of Wands in the reverse. So we do have some instability that you need to talk about with a true love. You're no longer wanting to wait to get this ball rolling. You want to give it another chance. You want to get this moving. You want this to go forward. So this is what you're letting out. This is the cat that you're letting out of the bag here with someone, Libra. Someone that you know, someone you've been with before. You had a very soulmatey, true lovey kind of connection with this person, but they were selfish. Or you were selfish. And you need to tell someone that you want to get another chance and that you didn't realise how pathetic and silly you were back then. Now things have changed. We don't need to be anxious over this anymore. This is recognising fault. Either they're recognising fault or you are. And this is that honesty, that change that's needed here is actually what's going to make this get off the ground for some of you. So, yeah, nice one, Libra. Let's move on and check out Gemini. So, Gemini. Let's see, Gemini. If anyone wants personal reading, please feel free to email me. It's flashing up all over this video. It's separate parts. So, Gemini. Love messages for single Geminis, please. Single Geminis. Flirt card. Extend light-hearted energy to others. You got a past life relationship as well. Jesus Christ, have people got someone coming from the past, left, right and centre this month? Unrequited love. Okay. So some of you have got someone coming back from the past where if it were unrequited then, it's still unrequited now. And someone may just want a bit of fun and a bit of nookie. It may look nice and light-hearted, but I'm wondering what the clarifiers are going to say over this. So, Seven of Pentacles. And the Two of Swords in the reverse. One more on that, please, for Gemini. The Fool. So, again, we've got risky behaviour. See in reality for what it really is when it comes to risky behaviour. Thinking that just at the point someone comes back is a sign that they're going to be more loyal to you. I would think otherwise with that Fool being there. Be careful, Gemini. Over the past life relationship, 10 of Wands and the 5 of Swords, they are still carrying the same damn issues they had back then. Hence why it's unrequited, or you're still carrying the same issues that failed to get this off the ground back then. And some of you need a reality check here and cut off this bullshit because it's not serving. Unrequited love. What's this about? I think we know what it's about, but you know what I mean. Judgment. Coming back for a second chance only to find that it's unrequited love. Maybe Queen of Wands very passionate, can indicate sexual behaviour. But yeah, there's singleton card. Someone choosing to be single over and having an actual relationship here. And this is to sort of say, okay, maybe there's some sexual activity going on, foolish sexual activity going on for some of you. And it gets mistook for something else, when in reality this person's just going to cut you off again, especially if they are a fire sign or another air sign. Seems like it's going to get cut off again because someone's happy on their own, they don't want a relationship, maybe they just come back for a bit of fun here, okay? It just doesn't look love related. I've got no cups here to say that there is anything emotional here. So for some of you who think you may love someone from your past, I suggest you take a deeper look at yourselves and question if it was lust instead of love. That would I've got no cups here. That would suggest this is lust rather than love. And you guys need to clear that energy for something better to come towards you. Right then, let's check out Aquarius. Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. Aquarius, January 2019. Wow, Aquarius. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Very nice. Deception. Someone's wearing a false self mask and true love. Someone is not being honest about who they think their soulmate is. Someone is not being honest about who their true love is. Let's clarify. Aquarius. The Ace of Pentacles. An offer of commitment, stability, loyalty from a soulmate. The Three of Cups in the reverse, so this person may have done you wrong in the past. The Seven of Wands. You stood your ground with this despite knowing you were deceived. It made you extremely anxious, but you've managed to get through. You're no longer fighting against the grain anymore and you want to make it work. Six of Wands in the reverse. You may not be paying too much attention at the moment. I feel for some of you trying to play hard to get. You may regret not confronting this sooner. But there is still commitment with this person to be had, even though you've got bad memories from the past and the hurt is still real. So for some of you, you are getting with someone here, okay, who you know has deceived you. You may have split up temporarily from this person to figure this shit out. I'm seeing someone who may have gone with somebody else. I don't feel like this is later on down a relationship. I feel like this is very early on. maybe you were just dating or seeing each other at the time this happened and you've had to separate because you couldn't deal with it. But for some of you, this person's come back around to sort of say, look, I know I've hurt you. I know I've upset you here, but can we try and make this work? It's you that I want to be with. That's what that looks like. And to be fair, this is a real soulmate connection between you two. Someone recognises here that they have deceived you. So if someone comes back to you, Aquarius, and admits fault, it's up to you whether you take them back again or not. If you're completely single and you've got nobody around you, be careful of someone who feels like a soulmate, who feels like a true love, because they may deceive you in the early days, and you may find out about that. I do see commitment nonetheless with this person, hence a feeling of I don't think they're going to do this again. But those bad memories from the past are still going to haunt you. You're still going to be like, what if, what if, what if, and that can make you insecure and a bit needy, a bit clingy sometimes. I do think they're going to be understanding of that, but I don't think they fully realise how much this has affected you, which may be something you need to voice, Aquarius. Right, let's move on and check out the fire signs. So, let's take a look at Aries. Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising. Aries. Oh, Aries, look at that. Love life is ascending to a high level of commitment with the engagement card. Chemistry, strong magnetic attraction. What was that? True love. Bing, bada, boom, Aries. Some single Aries are meeting a real one who actually wants to have a relationship with them as much as they want with them. Let's clarify. The moon, it's hidden. You're not seeing it right now. I'm being told not to clarify that any further. For some of you, you've got chemistry with someone. You may not realise at the time that this can go further. That may be significant for some of you. Chemistry. Okay, you're in your head a little bit about this person. Not sure which way to go. Do we go with this or not because you're suspicious? This tells me you're suspicious of them. And it's usually not warranted when it's in the reverse. Why is Aries suspicious of this person? Why is Aries suspicious of this person? Because you've been let down. Relationships, long-term relationships have come crashing down around you in the past, and you're not so sure you want that to happen again. Hence why you don't see this coming. The Hangman over true love. With Death in the reverse, King of Wands in the reverse. And the Lovers. Aries, this is your energy. Here. You need to change your attitude big style, because you've got a really nice relationship coming towards you, and your fears over past situations, one foot in the past, one foot in the now, is going to fuck this up. This person wants a relationship with you. You're just not seeing it right now. You will grow to see them as your true love. You feel the magnetic attraction with this person, whether you've met them or you're going to meet them in January. Aries, I suggest you stick with it, because this can go far, especially if it's with a Gemini, a Scorpio or another fire sign. Don't let your bad attitude get in the way of something that could be really nice here, okay, Aries? I kind of want to say shake the stubbornness. Go with the flow and don't have any control over that. Okay, let's check out Leo. Leo. Okay, love messages for Leo. Single Leo. Express your love, Leo. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Religious factors. Love life is influenced by religious upbringing and spiritual path. Some of you, it could be cultural. There you go, new love. So for others, it could be literal spiritual path, being led towards new love. Going with where you're guided to go, Leo. Right, what's this express your love about for Leo? The Eight of Wands in the reverse. You need to express your love, and you're not communicating to someone how you really feel about them. and this is a new love. This is someone that you're going to meet this month, or you have just met. Over the religious factors, I've got the Hierophant. This is someone who you could have long-term potential, definitely. The Fool over new love. So I want to say you guys met each other, or are going to meet each other in a very strange way. Not necessarily foolish, but I feel very sort of in a place that you've never been before. That's how I want to see that. Again, no communication, not being honest with yourself about how you feel about someone here. The King of Wands in the reverse over that religious factors. Again, this is a bad attitude. This is verbal abuse sometimes as well. Some of you, you're going to get into a commitment with someone who's very, very different from you and your culture and your religion. And maybe family don't like it. And I'm seeing some verbal abuse coming from that. There you go. The Lovers over new love. Seriously, Leo. Fuck everyone else. I want to say fuck everyone else. If you are happy, you meet this person, the sparks are flying. I want to say maybe a love at first sight kind of vibe. You need to go with it. You need to go with it. This is where you're supposed to be. This is where you're supposed to go. I've got the Five of Wands there as well. It's that internal struggle, internal conflict. Look, the suspicion here around this situation that's unwarranted. If I were you, Leo, and you meet someone new and there's conflict and a bit of verbal abuse coming from other people external to this to sort of say they don't want you to venture into this new love, whatever it is, I feel like this is to sort of say you need to express your feelings for this person to anybody exterior who is going against this. So, for example, if your family or your friends are sort of saying, no, don't go with this person, they are not right for you, we will not accept them, blah, blah, blah. This is Spirit saying, no, you need to stay true to yourself and tell them this is how you feel about this person. You need to tell them, it doesn't matter about the arguments and the conflicts, this is the direction that you want to go in. So this is more about just sticking up for yourself here in terms of love, Leo. Right, let's move on, last but not least, Sagittarius. Right then, Sagittarius. January 2019, single Saggers. What messages do we have for the single Sag? Love yourself first, Sagittarius. Self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Wedding situation involves marriage. And engagement. Love life ascending to a high level of commitment. So for some of you, I kind of want to say this is after a divorce. For some of you, maybe you were engaged and didn't actually make it to the wedding and you've split up whilst engaged. And I feel like Spirit's just saying to some of you, now really is not the time to be looking for new love. You need to love yourself first. Let's see. So, yeah, Ten of Swords in the reverse. Healing is needed. We are not healing at all from this. It's still very real. A broken marriage. Or at least a broken relationship. A broken engagement. Something you need to learn from. Let's keep going. Yep. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like with this is like you haven't got anything in you to be offering commitment to anyone here. Because I'm looking at either divorce or a breakup whilst engaged that we can't go back to. At times you may have wanted to, but you don't need to be deceiving yourself. You need to rebuild your confidence when it comes to the situation and try not to get so jealous. Maybe you find out they've moved on. Maybe this is what's created all this emotional discontent. I feel for some of you, you are lying to yourself if you think that you have anything to offer someone at this time. If you have either just divorced or broken up whilst from either engagement or a long-term commitment. I really don't seem to have any other messages for anyone else. at this time. But yeah, this just feels like if you think you have anything to offer someone, you really don't. If this is what you're going through, you really don't at this time. You really do need to pull back, love yourself, and stand on your own 2 feet emotionally before you can even offer something to anyone else. Okay, that's it then for the singles readings for January. I'll pop another one up for February, you guys. Don't forget to check out your weeklies, 1st to the 10th. They are on my channel, plus spiritual messages weeklies. They are on my channel as well. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell to get updates for these videos and any live feeds that I do. If anyone wants personal reading, feel free to email me. That information is in the description below. In the meantime, take care. Bye for now.